many of you saw this video?
Poor girls turn me on. The poorer the girl, the more attracted I am to her.
A lot of you be wondering why a guy like this would have said something like that. Today he's here to clear the air because he was forced to say that very statement. It never truly came from him. This is his story.
Yo. Many of you could have heard the goes going on the social media between VDM, Very Dark Black Man, Nedu, and also Lucky Hoodoo. Lucky Hoodoo came out recently to say that Nedu spoiled his brand. They tarnished the image of his brand, said his brand is not moving well the way it's supposed to move because of what Nedu talk about with Gege on his podcast regarding to waiting the sub on his program. They tell and say his program now for those people will be say it don't fail. We'll be saying they try to revive their glory back. Now the thing will be say Lucky Hoodoo, they do be that. And this thing don't already affect Lucky Hoodoo brand. We'll be saying brand no they move again. People know they like to associate with them again. And Lucky Hoodoo say Nedu is the one who manipulate people against him and his brand. Now, this guy that you're watching right now that said he was being manipulated and being told to say something that he doesn't want to talk about, and people told him, Nedu specifically told him what to say on the podcast. People don't really believe that Nedu told people to say one or two things on the podcast, but now the truth is coming out that truly Nedu always told their guests what to say on the program. I hope you never forget that Saida Botch, that crazy and gentle girl we be say then call out recently, say he wants 20 million naira for they use 20 million naira to knock a guy. They talk saying and they do not even talk the matter to Saida Botch. But recently, now so this guy don't come and say Nigerians Mona save him. So no being they talk all those things or say and they do now manipulate them to talk all those things. Well, you're gonna hear the gist from here. But first of all, before you hear the gist, guys, do you know that Lucky Hoodoo reach out to Very Dark Man, explain inside of the stories about this issue? Yeah, he reached out to him. He explained to Very Dark Black Man what really happened. Maybe I should firstly let you to listen to that before you listen to how Nedu manipulated this guy. Yeah, I think that would be better. Listen to Lucky Hoodoo, who the message will be saying sent to Very Dark Black Man before you listen to what this guy have to say, guys. Enjoy, and if you are watching me for the first time, don't hesitate to subscribe on the notification bell so that anytime I upload good videos like this, you get notified, guys. It's your boy Holla of Maimedia TV. Enjoy the video, guys. See you in another video. Peace out.
Hi bro, good morning. How was your night? Hope you are doing well. How is your health too? So I'm sending this voice message because of the issue going on between you and Nedu. Recently, we've just seen that he was asked to resign from Honest Bunch podcast, and I can see a lot of Nigerians are very emotional about it. So I'm not trying to add more fire to the existing fire. It's possible that this is something that might be affecting you somehow, but you might not show it. Maybe you're feeling guilty that he has lost his job or something. And I'm not also sending this first message to rejoice that he has lost it, but I just want to share my own experience with Nedu. You remember that period where people were saying if Lucky Hoodoo post your own don't go? It was a very challenging period for me because I lost a lot of business opportunities. Brands did not want to identify with my brand, and a lot of people that were supposed to come for my interview did not want to come at that time because of how people perceived them. So it was a really challenging period. And then my manager was trying to see if there's something he could do. So he said, okay, if we can go to Honest Bunch podcast to clarify and talk in details, maybe people have a very good perspective of what my platform is doing, because Nigerians know how to joke and catch cruise. So that was a good idea, and eventually he told me Nedu wanted to speak to me. I was very happy about it. So we got on a call. I greeted him. He responded. Then immediately, what he just said is he doesn't know me. He has never seen my content before. That it's somebody else from the podcast that has seen it, but he does not know me from anywhere, and he doesn't care about anything that I do. That he just wants to go direct to the point. He saw what that guy Gege was saying about my platform, and he went through the platform and just saw a couple of videos. What he can say is that everything that guy said is entirely true. I said, why would he say it's true? I mean, my platform has been helping people. There's nobody who has come on my platform and ended up in a worse situation than they were before. No, we've helped people with millions of naira, with so many opportunities that they did not imagine they would even find. But he said that that's not true, that he doesn't even care. My platform is not doing anything for anybody. That I should just humble myself, that he's inviting me to the podcast. I should just enter the next available flight and come to Lagos. That is a once in a life opportunity. And before he changes his mind, that Gege is already on his way to Lagos, and Gege, he will be interviewing Gege, but he wants me to also come there to use the opportunity and join Gege to also talk about my platform. I should challenge Gege on the show. And I told him, thank you for the offer, but I think that's not something I want to do, to be on the same space with that guy, because if I should do that, it means I'm encouraging bad behavior. Any young person will just wake up one day and start insulting somebody, thinking that will grant them a chance to also be in that same space where they can debate who is right and who is wrong, something like that. So I think that's wrong. And I also respect the people who come to my show, my guests, so much that I would not want to do something like that. So if that's the only opportunity he wants to offer me, because he has intention to interview Gege, but he just wants me to come there, that I would rather pass on it. And I appreciate the fact that he has been in the industry for so long and everything. But he spoke to me rudely. He said so many things that I cannot even mention. At the end of the day, he told me I should make sure this conversation does not get into anybody's ear. That he's just trying to help me, that I'm supposed to, whether he said I'm proud of something, that I'm supposed to humble myself. I'm supposed to bury my face in shame and come to the podcast and come clear the air. Then after the phone conversation we had that day, the last thing he said was I should make sure I never discuss the conversation that I had with him with anybody. That if he ever hears that I do something like that, that he's not even going to tell me what he's going to do, but I should trust that. I think he said something about, he said I'm not going to like him. I can't remember if he tried to brag that he's one of the persons that holds this industry. I don't even, I can't really remember exactly everything he said anyways. But that period was just a moment that I was dealing with a lot of things. So it just felt to me like, okay, I think the whole world is against me or something. So I should just chill, mind my business and just focus on my work, Bro, I haven't even slept all night. I was working on a document. I'm just about to sleep now. I noticed you responded. Yeah, I'm on Nedu. Messed up my self-esteem that very evening, honestly. And I felt so bad. I won't lie to you, because everybody was already saying so many things about my platform. And then he told me, I don't know you. I've never seen your content before. But when they brought up your matter, when your manager called me, that was when I even went through your platform and I saw your content. And he told me that there's nothing value that I'm doing there. The way he spoke about me, it was so bad. And he said, in fact, everything Gege said is exactly true. That I should just I should humble myself and come around to come and clear the air. So I told him that I won't be able to do that. He said, no, Allah, that Gege is already coming. That I told him, okay, please, can you guys try not to put my platform in negative light? He said that one does not concern him. That even if he tries not to do it, that he's not sure, maybe his co-host might do it. And I never watched that podcast. even till today. I never even watched it. It was just that very clip that I saw on TikTok where they was talking about my platform, saying that anybody that comes to my platform ends up in worse situation. Said a lot of bad things about my brand. I mean, even Honest Bunch, I'm not saying Nedu does not have money to set up his own platform, but he's on a contract as a host there. He doesn't know what it feels like to build a brand, and he gave that guy a bigger platform to even ruin my brand and everything that I worked so hard for. Bro, I have 20. Okay, I had 29 staffs as of December and even till this January. But a lot of people say it's screws, but to be honest, this whole thing has really affected me in ways that I can't explain, and I don't want to talk about it, so it's not be as if maybe I'm giving power to that or that guy or something. I've lost opportunities because of that small issue. I had to let go of 10 people because it will be a burden to continue carrying everybody along. So personally, I said I didn't want to come out to talk about it because personally, I'm not the kind of guy that likes to do all these kinds of things. I just like to focus on my interviews. In fact, that's mostly the only thing you ever see me post on my platform. I just said I should let you know about this because, when his resignation letter came up, I went through the comment section and I saw a lot of people saying so many ill things about you that's the only thing you know how to.
All I can say is, Nedu, for everything you have done to everybody using that platform to your advantage, maybe because they don't want to do what you want, and then you just go there because you have the upper hand, you decide to demonize them, you decide to spoil them because they don't want to bow down to you. Now God now ain't going to repay you. And to Honest Bond Podcast, it's so crazy that I was actually thinking it's only Nedu, maybe now only Nedu 9 days into this thing. But it's obvious that this is what the whole brand represents. But Nedu 9 be the main canker one. Now Nedu can't be the main canker one. See Lucky Wudu. Imagine what you people had to do to Lucky Wudu, where make the guy they cry. For him to come meet me during this thing, even as everything that happened, you could tell how emotional he is. Is this even fair? Is this even fair? Because say you want to make YouTube money, you want to make Facebook money, then some people need to go down for you. Some people need to go down. Now, when I don't successfully put dents on the boy brand, now don't put dents on him brand. Say if anybody go there and career don't finish. Waiting start as joke. When I carry and come podcast, when I come spoil everything for him. And because the boy no click on join una for podcast. So basically, Nedu wanted the boy to come so that him and Gege go the drag. They fight yourself. That's what you wanted, so that there will be more views. They go talk to two of them, the fight. Make more views, they there. And just the way it happened between Nikki the Baby and Seida. Where they beat the poor girl for inside studio.
Girls turn me on. The poorer the girl, the more attracted I am to her.
A lot of you be wondering why a guy like this would have said something like that. Today he's here to clear the air because he was forced to say that very statement. It never truly came from him. This is his story.
It's against my character to say such a thing because poor girls don't turn me on. No. Nedu told me that he owns Honest Bunch Podcast. But he said I'll have to pay a certain amount, 5 million naira. That if I really want to present this topic today, that he's giving me the option of I have to say what he tells me to say. He now said I have to mention a celebrity's name to make the thing go viral. He specifically mentioned Very Dark Man. He said I should mention Very Dark Man. So since the owner is telling me this, I went on the podcast and said the things Nedu asked me to say. I was so I decided live. In my lifetime, I've met manipulators, I've met narcissists, I've met gaslighters, and I've met scammers, but Nedu is a discovery. Hi, my name is Ugo Wokolo, Mr. Nigeria Supranational. I'm sure a lot of you saw the video that went viral a couple of weeks back. I was actually manipulated and forced to say that. This is my story.
Oh my goodness, bro, I can't believe you made that statement. Poor girls turn you on. Why would you even say something like that?
Yeah. I made a statement, but I was actually forced and manipulated to make that statement.
Can you tell us about everything?
It's actually a long story, but I'll try to cut it short. You see, I won Mr. Nigeria Supranational 2024, October, and I needed Nigerians to know about my journey because I was going to represent my dear country in Poland. So I needed Nigerians to know about my journey and everything. So I reached out to Honest Bunch podcast through Nedu. So Nedu is someone I look up to as a mentor in the industry because he has been here for a long time, and he's someone I look up to, someone I admire his craft and everything. So I reached out to Nedu and was like, oh, I want to appear on the Honest Bunch podcast to discuss a topic that I think is actually valuable to Nigerians. So what Nedu responded to me is that, okay, first of all, he said, I'll have to pay a certain amount for me to appear on this podcast. I was like, okay, how much? He said 5 million naira. Nedu told me that he owns Honest Bunch podcast and he has to settle his staff from that amount. I said, okay, no problem. I had to do it. So I sent Nedu 5 million naira. And so after I sent him the money, he was like, okay, what's your topic? And I went ahead and told him that, okay, my topic is eradicating classism and advocating, fostering an egalitarian society. So I'm going to quote Nedu verbatim. What he said to me is that, Mr. Nigeria, this thing where they talk like big grammar, Nigerians they don't like people that sound intelligent. You're not Peter Obi. For your message to fly, you have to sound dumb. You don't have to bring all those big grammar because it's not going to fly. That's what Nedu told me. I was like, okay.
And you are new to media.
Yeah,
so
I'm new to media. So
yeah,
and he's someone I respect so much.
So of course.
So I felt that every counsel and advice from him is gold, and so I need to take it.
Yeah, you need to.
So I just said, okay, since Nedu can say this to me, because I didn't think he had any ulterior motive, or any surreptitious move or anything. So I took it hook, line, and sinker because I'm someone that is very credulous. I tend to believe people a lot because of my good heart. Because I believe that people should not do bad to me because I cannot nurse anything evil to someone. So Nedu now said to me that I have to sound dumb to appeal to Nigerians. A day before the podcast, Nedu told me that there's a development. Someone else is coming to make the conversation interesting. I was like, but that's not our agreement now.
I mean, this is something you paid for,
exactly,
right? For yourself.
I paid to promote myself. So why are you bringing someone else? Nedu now said, oh, there's no problem now. He's going to make it interesting. Don't worry. And I said, no. 5 million is not something that people pluck from tree now. Exactly. It's my hard-earned money. So why are you reneging on our agreement? So after a lot of back and forth, Nedu now finally agreed to refund me 2 million from the 5 million so that I can appear with someone else on the program. So he said he's going to refund me the money after I make the appearance. So the D-Day came, the day of the podcast. I said to Nedu, I would like to see you for briefing. Let me know what I'm going to say and everything. Because I already had what I was going to say, but I just needed to know. I just need to get some briefing.
Since your first time?
Yeah, it's my first time actually. So Nedu now met me and said, yeah, it's a good thing because he was actually talking to his co-host and they've dissected the topic and they think it's not something that's going to go viral. That if I really want to present this topic today, that he's giving me the option of I have to say what he tells me to say. I was like, no, now I have my topic already. Why would you tell me what to say? He said no, that this is the way it works, that he has to tell me what to say. This is his program and he calls a shot. I was speechless. I was dumbfounded. I was like, bro, this is not what to discuss. He now said, number one, he's going to tell me what to say, and I have to mention a celebrity's name to make the thing go viral. He specifically mentioned Very Dark Man. He said I should mention Very Dark Man name. I was like, Very Dark Man doesn't have anything to do with my topic because my topic is about rich men getting married to broke girls or girls who they are in a better financial position than. But he's now said I should say something like, poor girls turn me on. The poorer the girl, the more attracted I am to her. And I said, no. I'm not going to say that. That is not my topic. If you insist not to have to say this, then I think I have to back off. I'll just take my money and leave. He now said that he's sorry that he can't refund because the money has been distributed to his workers that the only thing that he can do is I should go back and come back on a later date when I'm interested or when I'm ready. I said, but I'm ready now. You're giving me a new topic and everything. He now said, that's how he's done, that I have to accept this or go back and come back. So I had to think about the money I've spent, and coming back is going to cost me more money. So...
And you had to fly from Abuja to Lagos.
I had to fly from Abuja to Lagos for the interview, yeah. So I just said, okay, since we're here already, let's just do it. Since Nedu is the owner, because he told me he's the owner of the Honest Bunch podcast. So since the owner is telling me this, I'm a newbie in the industry. So I foolishly agreed to that. And that is what put me in the mess that I am today. So I went on the podcast and said the things Nedu asked me, manipulated me to say. But I'll still say this. I take responsibility. I'm not trying to blame anybody. I'm just trying to tell Nigerians what actually happened and what prompted me to make that statement. The thing is, it's against my character to say such a thing because poor girls don't turn me on. No. Nedu forced and manipulated me to say that. I deserve all the insult I've gotten so far because I was the one that said it, but I just need Nigerians to know what actually transpired. I've been seeing a lot of repulsive, egregious comments saying, oh, some people said I manipulate women, that is why I'm looking for a poor girl to control and all of that. I'm a ritualist, I'm looking for a poor girl to use. A lot of comments that is against my character, against my person. That is not who I am. I'm so sorry.
So how
I was just a victim of manipulation. So this is not who I am. Poor girls don't turn me on. I'm sorry that this happened, and that is why I'm here to clear the air. In my lifetime, I've met manipulators, I've met narcissists, I've met gaslighters, and I've met scammers, but Nedu is a discovery. Yeah. Because before I went for the podcast, he told me something. He said, even Cyberbudge, he said he was the one that made Cyberbudge say what she said, and now she has gone viral. She's popular. That I should just listen to him, I should believe him, I should trust him. That's what he told me. He said if he can make Cyberbudge who she is, that who am I? That I should not worry. I should trust him and do what he asks me to do.